morning, students. So now we continue time and distance. So one question I could see in laptop. That's a very interesting question. Yes. Students, first of all, I just want to let you know one thing. Yes, students. Please, one thing I just want to know, let you know that as far as our aptitude is concerned, aptitude is, as I told you, it is basing on skill. Therefore, we go aptitude in the phased manner. Phased manner in the sense, first we start with the simple questions, and then again we go with some difficult questions. Like that we go in a phased manner. Remember, we are not completed, we are not done, we have something more to discuss. That is the reason why you please wait for some more time, because we need to discuss even some more questions. Yes, student, I understand that. I get your point. I get your question. You see, whatever the topic, as far as whatever the topic in aptitude seems to be so simple in the beginning, you understand that. But what happens now? When we are going ahead, we are getting too complicated questions. Yeah, it is the structure of aptitude. That is the reason why aptitude is always a challenging. Aptitude is always a challenge. Even when you come to time and distance concepts are so easy. To start with, there is no confusion. But when we go ahead, we feel the heat. We understand how complicated the questions are. Please wait for some time. The things are, first we are discussing the basics, only the basic questions. Once you get the confidence, we discuss some more complicated questions in the name of level 2. You understand that? In the name of level 2, we discuss some more complicated questions. Because by the time you will be getting even more confidence, and even more you will be getting more perfection in the basics, then we can discuss the remaining complicated questions as well. Do you understand that? Once we have started, we see that the topic is completed to the fullest level. It is not just the peripherals of the topic, another thing. Okay, student. So first let me complete the basics. So have some idea about the topic, clarity about the topic, but still there are many questions. Why not? The topic is such. I told you already, arithmetic and reasoning are dynamic topics. More questions we do, more the questions we can do. There is no end. Still we can learn even more questions. Please do understand that. So don't confuse. There are so many things we need to discuss. First let me complete the basics and then we go ahead. Okay, student? Yes, students. So we are actually discussing time and distance, and of course we already started with, we completed time and distance already, and now as I told you that we will be discussing the concept of trines. I told you what is the significance of trines, why we need to discuss trines. What is the significance of trines to be treated as a separate entity when it comes to time and distance? Yeah, I told you already. Student, yes, time and distance is, the concepts of time and distance are so simple. The very purpose of trines comes into play when the length of the trine is supposed to be considered. When the length of the trine is supposed to be considered, I told you that we have to discuss this topic in a separate way. You understand my point, my dear students? Yes, sir. Good morning, students. Yeah, very good morning. Now please understand that, as I told you that, let me suppose that this is an electric pole and a train crosses the electric pole. Tell me in what time the train crosses the electric pole? It takes some time because it has to cross its length. You understand that? That is the reason why we discuss this topic as a separate entity. Student, so let me give you some complete details about the topic. Let me discuss some questions with you. Student, yes, this question we discuss. This one we also discuss. Question number, yeah, all these questions we already done with this. Okay. So all the questions already we have discussed, therefore I don't want to waste your time. Some questions are left, and I said that we will be discussing after some time. Just wait for my, wait till we complete the remaining questions and we get back to this. Yes, student, yeah, please. Okay, student, now yes, we move on to trines. First we complete the trines and then again we get back to these questions. You might have seen, my dear students, some of the questions I am leaving intentionally because we are moving in a phased manner. In the first stretch, you can understand the concepts. In the second stretch, a little more clarity. And in the third stretch, more complicated questions. Like that we are moving. So that is how we have to learn aptitude. Probably you will come to understand this aptitude if you had any exposure of some skill based something like music, games or something like. Have you ever learned music? Have you went to the classes of music? No, it is not like that. Huh? You the people are not having that much of time because you are otherwise very busy in video games. So which means that you are not in a position to learn any extracurricular activities. If you have the habit of learning music, then you will understand the learning procedure phased manner. In the first, you will be given some things like Sari, Gama, and then again Alankaram, something like there is a system, you know. So like that, we have to develop our aptitude. Okay, student? So please first listen to me and we get the confidence and then we go move on to the next question. So as I told you the very concept of trions, and I do one thing, I will demonstrate each question in trions so that you will get the clarity. You please read the question, my dear students. You please read the question and then we continue. Yeah, please come on, student. Yes, student, yes. Actually, question numbers are not given. There is a mistake from operator. I will check it out. Question number is not given and I will check it out. Yes, student, just look at that. A 120-meter long train clears a pole. Here we go. So let us assume that this is the pole. Okay. A 120-meter long train. So the length of the train is 120 meters. In what time? In 10 seconds. What is the speed of the train in kilometer per hour? Come on, student, here we go. So speed is given by the formula distance by time. What is the distance in this case? 120. Length of the train is nothing but the distance to cross. You understand that. And what is the time? That is 10. Have you seen? Meter by second. But you are expected to get your answer in kilometer per hour. Therefore, for which you need to multiply the same by 18 by 5. You understand, student? We have to multiply the same by 18 by 5 to get our answer in kilometer per hour. Therefore, if you do the necessary calculation, you will get your answer 216 by 5. Therefore, your answer should be 53 point. What you left, my dear students? So, you left with 1, no? Okay. So, 53.2 kilometers per hour. As you do not have your answer, therefore, none of these. So, please try to get the perfection. It is always a good idea to have some diagrammatic representation about the questions because that will give you more confidence in handling the question. Okay. Come on, student. So, I just want to ask you some questions. So, let us see how you are responding to that. Come on, here we go. In place of 120, my dear students, in place of 120, you please take 100 meters and then answer the same question again. Quick, very fast, make it fast. Come on, student, go ahead. If that is the case, then how do you answer this question? Come on, quick, 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 quick. We get the basics right. Once we get it right, the remaining things are so easy for us. Come on, student, please go ahead. Very good, very good, very good. Student, in time and distance, the very good habit is you have to mention the units. If you don't mention the units, obviously I won't get it right. You see that? That's very good. So, the train whose length is 100 meters took 10 seconds to cross a bridge, to cross a pole. The length of the train is 100 meters. Speed is given by the formula distance by time. Here the distance is nothing but the length of the train. Time is 10. 100 by time, which is in meter per second. But if you want to get the same in kilometer per hour, you need to multiply the same by 18 by 5. and hence your answer will be 36 kilometers per hour. Well done, student. Yes, very well done. Now please look at question number 2. Next one. Just look at that. Here we go. A train of 300 meter crosses a platform 900 meter. A train of 300 meters so crosses a platform 900 meters. Tell me, students, what is the length of the platform? 900 meters. And what is the length of the train? Length of the train is 300 meters. In what time it crosses? 1 minute and 12 seconds. 1 minute and 12 seconds in the sense 72 seconds. 1 minute 60 seconds, 12 seconds, 72 seconds. You understand that? What is the speed of the train? Speed is given by the formula distance by time. What is the distance, my dear students? 300 plus 900. What is the time? 72 seconds. Because when a train crosses a platform, it has to cross its length. Not only that, it should also cross length of the platform as well. Therefore, that is 1200 divided by 72. But if you want to have in kilometer per hour, you have to multiply the same by 18 by 5. 1200 is in meter, 72 is in seconds. So, right now it is in meter per second, but if you want to get it in kilometer per hour, you need to multiply the same by 18 by 5. Okay, that's it. So, 18 cancels for 4 times, 20 cancel for 60, hence 60 kilometer per hour. I think there is no confusion. So, when the questions are not too complicated, I don't want to waste your time, my dear students. I just move on to the next question. Yes, student, I get your answer. That's very well done. Very good, very good, very good. Now, please don't send any messages right now. You please do so when I ask you to do. Well done, very good, very good. Please do not respond unless I ask you to do so. Come on, student, you are somebody are so excited and you are sending the answers even if I don't ask you. What happens, my inbox is full of messages. I will be missing important messages. Please do understand. I can understand your anxiety, but you should also understand the position of a teacher. Please understand. Okay. Now we move on to next question. Because this question is not a complicated one, therefore I am straight away moving to the next one. Read the question. Come on, student, read the question. Don't send your answer if I don't ask you to do so. Don't send. No need to send, my dear students. Don't send. I understand you are so excited, but not necessary. Look at the question. Here we go. A 100-meter long train running at 36 km crosses a bridge 150 meter long in how many seconds? In what time? That is the question you are asked to find. Okay, we do it. Here we go. Student, you please understand that. The train length is 100 meters. The train length is 100 meters. And the bridge length is 150 meters. Students, here is the bridge. Length of the bridge is 150 meters. And of course, the length of the train is 100 meters. You understand that? 100 meters is the length of the train, 150 meters is the length of the bridge. Come on, student, what you are asked to find? You are asked to find in what time? So, you need to calculate time. If it is distance, you have to put the formula for distance. If it is speed, you have to take the formula for speed, because you are trying to get the time, therefore time. So, time is given by the formula distance by speed. Student, tell me, what is the distance? 100 plus 150, length of the train plus length of the bridge. Okay, 150. Tell me, what is the speed? Speed is 36 km per hour. In numerator you have 100 plus 150, in denominator you have 36, but student, please do understand, we need to multiply 36 by 5 by 18, because when the distance is in meters, speed should be in meter per second. So, 36 must be converted into 5 by 18 multi-meter per second. This cancels for 2 times. 100 plus 150, that is 250. 250 by 2 into 5, 10, and hence your answer is 25 seconds. I think you understand this. Therefore, your answer is 25 seconds. Student, still some of you are sending the messages, man, please don't do that, don't do that. I know that you are so excited, you understand, but please don't do that. Students, I think it is everything is okay, no? Okay, let me do some changes and I just ask you to answer. Now you respond. Now this is the time that you have to respond. Come on, student. Let me make some changes in the question. In place of 100, you please take 350. Okay. And in place of 36, you please take 72 and answer the question right now. Come on, make it fast. Come on, student. If that is the case, then how do you answer the question? Come on, student, I am waiting for your answer. Here we go. Please look at this. A train 100-meter long running at 36 km per hour can cross a bridge 150-meter long in what time? Come on, student, I am waiting for your answer. Let me see how you are responding. Okay, somebody says 25 seconds. Almost many of you are saying 25 seconds. Maybe yes, you may be right. You may be right. Okay. Okay, fine, student. Okay, fine. Tell me, length of the bridge is 150 meters. Yeah, okay. And length of the train is 350 meters. This is the length of the train. That's very good. What you are asked to find in what time? So I have to take the formula for time. So time is given by the formula distance by speed. Distance is 350 plus 150. What is the speed? 72. 72 should be converted into meter per second. The reason is because the distance is in meters. Come on, student, it cancels for 4 times. Tell me, on the above you have 500 and here you have 20. Hence your answer is 25 seconds. That's very well done. Very well done. So I could see that almost everybody gave the same answer, which means that you are doing it right. So I think we can go ahead. Yeah, very good, student. Very good. Almost everybody responded well. Please do understand this is the basics. Once you are comfortable with the basics, we can do some more complicated questions in coming days. Look at that. A 100-meter long, students, just to give you some diagram, just look at this. Here we go. A 100-meter long, a train 100-meter long passes a bridge. Okay, it passes a bridge. The problem is we never know what is the length of the bridge. It is only given it passes a bridge. What is the length of the train? Length of the train is 100 meters. Length of the train is 100 meters, it passes a bridge at the rate of 72 kilometers in 25 seconds. What is the length of the bridge? Student, tell me what you are about to find. Length of the bridge. Length means distance, isn't it? Length means distance, which means we have to take the formula for distance. Distance is given by the formula speed into time. You can ask me, sir, why you are taking the formula for distance? Because you are asked to find length of the train. Length means distance. Time, if you are asked to find time, you take the formula for time. If you are asked to find for speed, you take the formula for speed. You understand that? Just like. Come on, student. So when train passes a bridge, the total length to be travelled is 100 plus L. If a train passes a bridge, the total length to be travelled is 100 plus L. Okay. What is the speed? Speed is given 72 km per hour. Immediately you convert the same into 5 by 18. Because you have to have in meter per second. Do you understand that? In what time it crosses? It crosses in 25 seconds. Done? Here we go. So 100 plus L is equal to this is 500. Hence, length of the bridge is given by 400 meters. Students, I think it is comfortable now. Please take some diagrams till you are comfortable. Take some diagrams till you are comfortable. What is important is you have to take some diagrams. Diagrammatic expression is all important. And after that, slowly we can remove the diagrams. Once we are used to this, we can slowly remove these diagrams. Okay, student? Are you okay? Now, I think it is the time that we should discuss some more questions with a little bit changes in the values. Come on, student, in place of 100, you please take 200. Okay? And in place of 72, you please take 36. Answer the same question again, quick. Come on, student. What is the length of the bridge? What is the length of the bridge? Student, I am waiting for your answer. And meanwhile, you can draw a diagram. So, bridge diagrammatic expression is very, very important till you get the perfection in the concepts. Because some of you are just losing, this is not the right, you have to take the diagrams. Come on, student, and the length of the train is 200 meters. Okay, fine. This is the length of the train, length of the bridge, because it is not given, let it be L. Come on, student, I am waiting for your answer. Okay. Okay, fine. I get it. It is not simply 60, 50, you have to mention whether it is meters or kilometers. Units are all important. It is not fine, student, it is not fine. You have to mention whether it is meters or kilometers. Okay, right, very fine. So, tell me, students, what is the length of the bridge? Because you are asked to find the length, therefore, we have to take the formula for distance. Distance is given by the formula speed into time. What is the distance? Distance is nothing but 200 plus L. What is the speed? 36 should be multiplied by 5 by 18, because everything in meters and seconds only. So, that should be multiplied. What is the time? 25 seconds, everything under control. So, 200 plus L is equal to 20 into 25, that is 500. I think you understand this. 200 plus L, L is nothing but length of the train. Therefore, length of the bridge is given by 300 meters. Is it okay, my dear students? Students, did we make any mistake, man? Oh, sorry. Sorry, students, sorry. This is 250. Therefore, your answer is 50 meters, sorry. Yes, student, I get it. Therefore, your answer is 50 meters. Okay, student, very well done. Which means we are going strong and you are getting it right. Okay, student, now I will move on to the next question, because slowly we are getting some confidence. Here we go. Yeah, just look at that. Slowly we are moving to the next level. Slowly, yeah, just look at it. A train clears a platform 250 meter long. A train clears a platform. Take the diagram. What is the length of the platform? That is 250 meters. A train. Are you given the length of the train? Of course not given, let it be L. Okay. In what time? In 10 seconds. That is case number 1. Tell me, student. In case number 1, length is covered. What is the total length covered? L plus 250. In what time? In 10 seconds. You understand that? L plus 250, that is the total distance covered. In what time? In 10 seconds. Right. And passes a telegraph post. In case number 2, the same train. Same train in the sense, length is once again L. So, these are two different cases. One is length crosses, train crosses a platform. Second case, the same train crosses a telegraph post. When the train is crossing a telegraph post, what is the distance to be travelled? Its length, because we don't know what is the length. Let it be L. Tell me in what time it crosses? It crosses in 5 seconds. I think you understand. Come on student, let me know the first case. Case number 1. L plus 250 is the distance that is covered in 10 seconds. You understand that? In second question, in second case, length of the train is covered in 5 seconds. When the train crosses a telegraph post, it has to cross its length, nothing more than that. You know that very well. Come on student. Length by, this is the distance by time. Distance by time, speed. Distance by time, speed. In both the cases, we are having only one particular train, which means the speed of in both the cases is same. This is also speed of the train, that is also speed of the train. In both the cases, we are handling only one particular train. Hence, speed can be equated. Therefore, cross multiply. 2L is equal to L plus 250, and hence length of the train is 250 meters. Length of the train is 250 meters. Please note down this question, my dear student. Note down this question. First you note down this question. Let me explain you once again. Let me explain you once again. Come on student, we discuss this question once again. Note down this question. Did you note it down? Now let me tell you. Let me give you one more example so that you will be able to get it right. In place of 250 meters, let me take 500 meters. Let me take 500 meters. Okay student, now please look at this. Then how do we answer this question? Then what we get? In place of 200 meters, I took 500 meters. Okay? Should I, let us say, we do some more changes as well. In place of 10 seconds, we take 20 seconds as well. In place of 10 seconds, we take 20 seconds. Now please come again. Tell me. A train clears a platform of length 500 meter long. This is the length of the platform and this is the train. Because we don't know what is the length of the train, let it be L. To clear L plus 500, it took 20 seconds. You understand? Here we go. And the same train clears a telegraph post. So while clearing a telegraph post, the train has to clear only its length, nothing more than that, you know very well. Come on student. In case number 1, tell me what is the length that is cleared? L plus 500. In what time? In 20 seconds. L plus 500 is the total distance cleared in 20 seconds. In case number 2, what is the distance covered? L. In what time? In 5 seconds. You understand, my dear students? You understand this? Distance by time, speed. Distance by time, speed. Because we are dealing only one particular train. Therefore, in both the cases, you can equate. Therefore, you please do the necessary cancellation. So, 4L is equal to L plus 500. So, 3L is equal to 500. Hence, length of the train is 500 by 3. Okay, you can keep it, no problem. It is close to 167 centimeters, approximately. Approximately 167 meters. Just leave it, my dear students, no problem. We need not do the calculation. Student, I think you are slowly getting some idea. I think you are slowly getting some idea. Maybe one more question will help you to get it clear. Okay, student? I think now we can go ahead. Here we go. Look at this question. Please look at this question and just let me know how you can answer this question. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. Come on, student, go ahead. Come on students, please answer the above question. The question is given to you. Maybe this time you will be able to get my question right. Come on student. A train clears a platform of length 200 meter in 12 seconds. So, here we have two different situations. Now, I think you can get it right. Here we go. A train clears a platform 200 meter long. So, this is the length of the platform, that is 200 meters, but we do not know what is the length of the train. So, length of the train we take it as L. Somebody asked me, why did you take L? Because when we do not know the length, we can take it as L or X, whatever it is. It can be L or X, anything it can be. We can take anything. That is not a very big issue. Okay, just focus. Just focus. Okay, now here we go. That is case number 1. And also a bridge of length 250 meters. The same train is clearing in another bridge of length 250 meters. The same train. So, again in this case, length of the train is L. So, I just representing two different situations. In case number 1, first train is clearing at length of 200 meters. Tell me student. So, L plus 200 is covered in what time? In 12 seconds. I think you understand this. In second question, L plus 250, this is the total distance covered in how much time? In 14 seconds. Come on student, you please focus, I am repeatedly telling. Again you are posing the same question. No, it is not fair. Please look at, I think you understand, my dear student. Are you getting it right? L plus 200 meters, this is the distance covered in 12 seconds. Distance by time, speed, distance by time, speed, and in both the cases we are dealing the same train. Therefore, speeds can be equated to 6 times to 7 times. Do the cross multiplication. 7L plus 7 into 200, 1400 is equal to 6L plus 6 into 250, 1500. So, 7L, 6L, therefore L. L is equal to 100 meters. I think we are getting it right. Student? Yeah, yes, many people responded very well. Therefore, yes, your answer is 100 meters. I think we are going strong. I believe that this is okay. I think we require one more question to be answered so that we get some more clarity. Did you note it down, student? Now, please look at here. Come on. In place of 200, you please take 300. Okay, here we go. And in place of 14 seconds, okay student, you please take 15 seconds and answer the same question again. Answer the same question again. Let us see how you are answering. Come on, go ahead. Yeah, I am discussing the same question with the different values. So, when I give you different values, you obviously get some clarity. Come on student, please go ahead. In case number 1, a train clears a platform 300 meter long. A train clears a platform 300 meters long. The problem is, we do not know the length of the train, let it be L. Right? Second case, the same train crosses 250 meter length bridge. The same train, no different train, the same train. Unfortunately, we do not know what is the length, so let it be L. Diagrammatic expression will help you to understand the question right. Diagrammatic expression, because you think that sir it is time waste. No, it is not time waste, my dear student. Till you get the perfection, better we have some diagrammatic representation. Once you get it, we can simply dispense all these diagrammatic representations. Tell me, student. In case number 1, L plus 300 meter, the distance is covered in 12 seconds. Do you understand that? L plus 300 is the distance travelled, which is covered in 12 seconds. And in case number 2, L plus 250, here it is, for which how much time they take? They take 15 seconds. Listen to me. Distance by time, speed. Distance by time, speed. Because in both the cases, we are dealing only with one particular train, therefore speeds can be equated. So 3 4 times, 3 5 times. Do the cross multiplication. 5L plus 1500 is equal to 4L plus 1000. Hence, length of the train is, student, I think a small mistake. One thing, student. Student, you do please one thing. In place of 12 seconds, you please take 20 seconds. In place of 12 seconds, you please take 20 seconds. Please make two changes in the question. You will be getting it right. No problem, because it is only, this is 300 meters. We took 300 meters only now. Here you take 20 seconds, here you take 15 seconds. Only for the sake of cancellation, nothing more than that. Therefore, tell me, student, L plus 300, this is the distance covered in 20 seconds. L plus 250, this is the distance covered in 15 seconds. Okay? Now you can do it right. 5 4 times, 5 3 times. Therefore, 3L plus 900 is equal to 4L plus 1000. Hence, L is equal to I think again we are getting in minus. The problem is again we are getting in minus. Only we have to make some changes so that we can get it right. Not a very big issue, man. A very small mistake is committed. We can easily make it right. Okay, student, no problem. You can do it like, in place of 200, you take 300, and this you can take 15 seconds. Okay. We do one thing. In place of 250, we take 400 meters in 5 seconds. And okay, we can take any number, no problem. 100 meter, another 100 meter, no. Okay, we take 16 seconds. Only for calculation purpose. I'm just making the changes only to make you understand this question. Not a very big issue actually. Once you can understand this, we can also do it quickly. Come on, student. So, L plus 300, this is the total distance covered in 15 seconds. You know that. Here we go. L plus 400, this is the total distance covered in 16 seconds. In both the cases, the speed is same. So, we can equate the speed and we can get your answer. 16 L plus 4800 is equal to 15 L plus 6000. Okay, 15 into 400, 6000. Therefore, 16 L, 15 L. So, L is equal to 1200 meters. So, this is all only to make you understand the topic. Once you could able to understand this, it is not a very big issue. No problem, student. I think you understand this question, right? Okay. Student, what is my point is, while we are learning aptitude, we have to make some changes in the question so that we could able to understand this properly. Okay. Just look at this. Just look at this question. Actually, once you are be able to get the topic clear, We need not go for any diagrams. We can straight away answer the question by using the logic. But this is too early to tell you all the logic. But should I tell the logic right now? Are you interested to learn the logic? Just look at the question. Look at the question, my dear student. Once you understand the topic thoroughly, then how do we answer this question? I will explain you. Please look at this. Look at this same question, student. Please look at the same question. We discuss few questions, but with more perfection. Tell me, what is the time? The time is 12 seconds. What is the time? Time is 14 seconds. How many seconds more? 2 seconds more. For what another distance? For extra distance of 50 meters. You understand, this technique we use once you are comfortable in the topic, once you are comfortable. But maybe this is too early to tell you, but let me give some idea. Tell me, student, in the first case the train took 12 seconds, in second case 14 seconds, how many seconds more? 2 seconds to cover what additional distance? What is the distance? 50 meters. Which means the train will cover 25 meters in every 1 second. I think you understand this. This is too early, but yes, I have to tell you this because in future how we do, I just want to make a clarity for that. Tell me, what is the time taken in first case? 12 seconds. Every 1 second 25 meters, that is 300 meters. But in 300 meters, the length of the platform is already 200 meters. Therefore, the remaining 100 is the length of the train. Remember, student, all these techniques we will be learning once you are perfect in the basics. This is too early, so I am not giving any idea right now. We move on to the next question. Some telegraph poles are placed such that any two adjacent poles are 30 meters apart. Student, if you can look at that, here you have, so you see there are some telegraph poles. Let me suppose that if there are 3 telegraph poles, what is the segments? How many segments do we have? 2 segments, isn't it? And what is the distance between any 2 segments? That is given 30 meters. You see, 30 meters apart. Therefore, what is the total distance? 30 into 2, 60 meters. When you are given 3 poles. When you are given 3 poles, the 3 poles are adjusted at a distance of 60 meters. You understand that? Now please look at that. If you are given 5 poles, then what you would be doing? What you will be doing? When you are given 5 poles, listen, yes, here we go. When you are given 5 poles, how many segments you get? You get 4 segments. Every segment is at a distance of 30 meters. You understand my point? Now please understand that. Therefore, how many telegraph poles? There are 1201 telegraph poles. So when there are 1201 telegraph poles, tell me how many segments? 1200 segments. What is the distance between the segment? The distance between the segment is 30 meters. And hence tell me what is the total distance it covered? 36,000 meters. Tell me how many kilometers it is? 36 kilometers. Are you getting it right? Come on, student, tell me how many distance it covered? It covered 36 kilometers in how many hours? 6 hours. And hence speed of the train is 6 kilometers per hour. Please note down. Please note down. I understand that you are not getting it right. Maybe maybe there are some doubts I need to clarify. I will be doing that. Okay, student, now please look at this. Here we go. Problem number 1, how you are getting 1201 minus 1? Maybe that is your question. I just want to explain you. Student, just listen to me. Just listen to me. When you are given 3 poles, if you are given 3 poles, tell me how many segments you get? 2 segments. So if you have 4 poles, how many segments you get? You get 3 segments. And each segment is of how many meters? 30 meters. You understand that? Please listen. That is the reason why If the train clears 1201 poles, I just took it as 1201 minus 1. There must have been 1200 poles. Segments. Segment means this much. And each segment is separated by how many meters? 30 meters. So what is the total distance? 36,000 meters. 36,000 meters means 36 kilometers. To cover 36 kilometers, how many hours it took? It took 6 hours. Hence, speed of the train is given by 6 kilometers per hour. Student, are we clear? Are we clear, man? Come on, student, yes. Say slowly. Somebody still asked me to say slowly. No problem, I will do that. Come on, student, let me give you some questions. You please answer. Let us see how you are able to do it. Come on, student. In place of 30 meters, you please take 20 meters. Come on, come on, come on. Do you take 20 meters? In place of 1201 poles, my dear student, you please take 1501 poles. Come on, do it again. Let us see how you are answering this question. Come on, student, please do it. Then you tell me what is your answer. Student, diagrammatic expression is required till you get the perfection. Once you get the perfection, there is no need to put the diagrams. We can straight away get the answer, but it takes some time to get the perfection. You understand that? Some telegraph poles are placed such that, you see, these are the telegraph poles. There are telegraph poles and the train is crossing all the telegraph poles. Tell me how many poles? 1501 poles. Tell me how many segments? 1500 segments. Okay, see, let me see how you are answering this question. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, student. Only 5 is not sufficient, you have to mention the units as well. Only 5 is not sufficient. That's very good, you see. So, 1500 poles, each pole is separated by 20 meters, that means 30,000 meters. 30,000 meters means how many kilometers? 30 kilometers. So, for 30 kilometers, how much time it takes? It takes about 6 hours. Hence, speed of the train is 5 kilometers per hour. With this, we come to an end of our train's topic. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Right. So, I think yes, you are able to get my point. Well done, student. Now, we move on to the next question. Now, we move on to the next concept. Here we go. Now, we are moving to a very important concept. Just listen to me. Now, it is necessary that you have to put some subheading, relative speed. Put the heading, my dear students, relative speed. Now, we are moving to the next concept, that is relative speed. You please tell me what is the meaning of a relative speed. Have you ever seen the concept of relative speed? Have you ever experienced the concept of relative? What is the meaning of relative? Relative means comparative. Relative means comparative. You see, the theory of relativity that is proposed by the great Aristotle, E is equal to mc square. So, that is a very simple formula to say, but you see it has a lot of impact on the world. So, that lead to the manufacturing of atom bomb. What is the meaning of relative? Relative means it is nothing but comparative. You observe this speed, you please listen to me. When you observe this speed, when you observe this concept of relative speed, let us imagine that you are traveling in a train. You happily sleep. So, you went to sleep and you are fully in the mood of and you are thoroughly sleeping. So, what happens, you know? Sometime you find that the train of the train in which you are traveling must be moving at a greater speed, a greater speed. When you observe this, when you see another train is crossing, when you find another train is crossing from the opposite direction, you feel immediately that the train speed has improved great, which means that if you are moving at 60, you sometimes you feel you are moving at 100. This you see when both the objects are moving. Student, so before I make you to understand this topic, let me give you some interesting examples. Just listen to me. Let me give you some interesting examples in this topic. Just look at the diagram. Here we go. Come on student, here we go. Please look at this. Let me suppose that the train, the length of the train is 400 meters and it is moving at a speed of 50 kilometer per hour. And another train is also crossing and the another train is also approaching at a length of 500 meter. This train is also moving at a speed of 50 kilometer per hour. This is train A, this is train B. Remember, both the trains are moving in the same direction. Student, listen to me. Look at the diagram. Look at the diagram. Come on. Are you able to look at it? Are you able to focus completely? My question to you, please be ready. Listen to my question carefully and get me answer quickly. Come on student, here we go. Are you ready? I want to see my inbox totally free. Do not post anything if I don't ask you to do so. Just look at the diagram. Look at the diagram. Are you ready? Now my question to you, in what time, listen to me, in what time train A crosses train B? Tell. In what time train A crosses train B? Come on, tell me. Come on, tell me, my dear students, in what time train A crosses train B? I am waiting for your reply. In what time train A crosses train B? Did you get my point? My question to you, in what time train A passes train B? You need to answer my question quick. What is your answer? Okay. Okay. Come on, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. In what time train A crosses train B? Come on, let me see your responses. Let me see your responses. Somebody mentioned the time, somebody says 2 seconds, somebody says 1 minute, somebody says not possible, somebody says never. Come on, let me see different answers. Remember, I am getting answers from different parts of Andhra Pradesh. We have the students from almost 5 to 6 districts. So this answer I am getting from different parts of Andhra Pradesh. Let me see how the people are responding. Come on students, let me see how you are responding. Somebody says 2 seconds, somebody says not possible, somebody already gave the answer 12 seconds, something like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, student, what you are doing, man? Somebody says can't say, somebody says not possible, oh, just leave it, just leave it. Now just look at the board. So what student, what you are thinking, man? When this train is moving at 50 kilometer per hour, how would it cross another train which is also moving at 50? This is moving 50, this is moving 50. Is it possible that this particular train can cross that particular train? Then why you are giving me answers? Why you are not putting your brain? Oh student, oh my god, student, you are giving some different answers, man. Just put your common sense. Put your common sense. That is the reason why I am repeatedly telling the topic. You see, there are different students. Some students are over enthusiastic, they are answering the question quickly. It's not that. Simply just look at this. This is moving 50. The train which is actually crossing the train with the same speed, how would A train crosses B? No, it never crosses, no. There is no way the train A cross B. To cross train B which is moving in front, A's speed should be more than 50. Okay, let me suppose if it is 60. if it is 60. Tell me student, can it cross B? Yes or no, you tell me. If this is the case, if you could see the problem on the diagram, if you can see the problem on the board, can you see, can it cross B? Can it cross B? Tell me yes or no, just tell, that's it. No need to give the answer, just tell whether it is yes or no. Come on man, if train A is moving at 60 km per hour, can it cross B? Because both are moving in same direction. I did not get the response. Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Now I have to tell in what time. Now you say that yes, it can cross. Yes, it can cross. The situation is in what time it crosses, that you are eager to listen, no? Come on student, let me tell you. In what time it crosses? Time is given by the formula distance by speed, okay? Time is given by the formula distance by speed. Tell me student, what is the distance? Distance is 900. Why 900? Because 500 plus 400, that is the distance. Now speed. Tell me student, in place of speed what I should take? I am waiting. In place of speed what I should take? What I should take in place of speed? Come on, I am waiting. In place of speed, what number I should take? Tell. Tell what I should take. Come on. I did not get what I should take in place of speed. Now listen. So come on student, in place of speed, I should take 10. You can surprise it, sir, what is 10? What is 10? Which speed, A speed or B speed? It is not A speed, it is not B speed, it is the relative speed. 10 is neither the speed of A nor the speed of B, it is the relative speed of A and B. Because when both the trains are moving in same direction, the relative speed is given by 60 minus 50, that is 10. You understand? So, in denominator we should consider the speed 10. The reason of taking 10 is because both are moving in same direction. Student, tell me, 10 should be multiplied by 5 by 18 because when the distance is in meters, speed should be in meter per second. Student, are you getting it right? Are we doing right? Should I give some questions? Okay, come on, just listen. Here we go. Come on student. Let me suppose that this is the train, the length of the train is 500 meters and it is going at the speed of 60 kilometer per hour. This is train A and this is the train B, this is 400 meters and speed of the train is 50 kilometer per hour. Okay? Are you getting it right? Come on student. Okay, you can take 600 meters so that you can have some simple calculations. Okay student? Shall we go ahead? Come on. When both the trains are moving in opposite direction, tell me in what time both the trains cross each other. I am waiting for your reply. Come on, make it fast. I am waiting for your reply. It is relative speed, not relative velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity, speed is a scalar quantity. Come on, respond. Respond to my answer. In what time? Come on student, when I ask you to find the time, you have to use the formula for distance by relative speed. Actually, time is given by the formula distance by speed. But in place of speed, we have to consider relative speed because both the objects are moving. Come on student, what is the distance? 500 plus 600, 1100. Distance is anyway should be added, there is no second thought. Come on student, in denominator, what speed we have to consider, you know? Denominator 60 plus 50, that is 110. This is in meters, it should be in meter per second. 5 by 80. 110 you can cancel for 2 times, sorry 10 times, and 5 you can cancel for 2 times, 18 into 5, 36 seconds. This is your answer. Your answer must be 36 seconds. Relative speed should be taken as 110 because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. I think you understand, my dear students. Do you understand that? So, when two objects are moving in same direction, the relative speed is minus. When they are moving in opposite direction, the relative speed is plus. So, when we are dealing about two different objects which are moving, we have to consider relative speed in place of speed. You understand that? So, with this is the basics of relative speed. We will be discussing the concepts of relative speed. Please understand student, diagrammatic expression is not really important in competitive examinations. This is all only to make you perfect in the topic. Some of you are so good at it, but I have to consider all the people in the group. That is the problem. Okay? Please do understand that. Have some water, my dear students, and when we get back, we discuss the concept in relative speed. Yeah, students, now we move on to, yeah. So, you understand the very concept of relative speed. Relative speed is a concept we take when two objects are moving. So, student, simple logic, simple thing, I just want to let you know that. So, you might have had in your school level also. My question to you, if I ask you whether this particular line is bigger or smaller, then when you can say? When there is any comparison. When there is any comparison, you may be able to say yes, A is bigger and it is not bigger. You see that? So, student, if I compare A with B, then you can say that A is bigger. That is relative speed. So, and if you compare A with C, then you can say that no, A is smaller. So, bigger or smaller, the very case of bigger or smaller comes when you compare with somebody else. So, when two objects are moving, my dear students, we consider tricky. What do you mean by saying tricky, man? Tricky in the sense you want me to explain in tricky means, what do you mean by saying tricky? Tricky means in one word or something like, no. Student, you please understand that first we have to learn the topic with perfection. Once we get the perfection, then we can handle the questions in the different direction. Here we go. So, problems based on relative speed. Here we go. Just look at that. Please look at this. A train 300-meter long is running at a speed of 62 km per hour. In what time will it pass a man running at 10 km per hour in the opposite direction of the train? You please underline the very word of opposite direction, which means here in this case the two objects are moving in opposite direction. Student, because we are already comfortable, I am not drawing any diagram. I am not planning for any diagram. I can straight away go to the question. Okay? Now listen. What is the question? What you are asked to find? You are asked to find the time. Time is given by the formula distance by relative speed. Time is given by the formula distance by relative speed. Of course, the speed, but we take relative speed. Tell me student, what is the distance? Distance is nothing but 300 meters. Okay. What is the relative speed? One is 62, another one is 10, 72. Why 72? Because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. When they are moving in opposite direction, we have to add both the speeds. This is in meters, this must be in meter per second. Therefore, 300 by 20, your answer must be 15 seconds. This is what you mean by saying tricky, my dear student? This is what you mean by saying tricky? Okay. Actually, tricky or something else, I don't believe in the words tricky, shortcuts and all that. Once we use it to handle this topic with perfection, slowly we are developing our skill. Skill has to be naturally developed. So, because all the students are not in the same parameter, therefore, I have to slow down my class, you must understand that. Students, if I give this question straight away, maybe you are unable to understand that, for which I am drawing some diagrams so that you can easily understand that. Here we go. A train 300 meter long, a train 300 meter long. What is the length of the train? Length of the train is 300 meter. Running at a speed of 62 kilometer per hour. This is the man. Man is running at the speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Remember, both the objects are moving in opposite direction. So, for your information student, the very purpose of diagrams is only to make you understand the question right. So, see, distance is 300 because the length. Relative speed is 72 because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. Therefore, we have to add. Okay. So, this is all done, but diagrammatic expression is not important because you are already comfortable. Now, look at this question. Here we go. Come on student. So, you better answer this question. Why should I answer? You please answer this question. Let us see how you are able to get it right. Come on, go ahead. Come on student, please go ahead. You please answer the question. Let me see how you are doing this. $200-meter long train is running at a speed of 25 km per hour. In what time will it pass another train of length 100 meters? Running at the speed in the same direction. Important point is you must understand same direction. Both the trains moving in same direction. If you want, you can go for a diagram, otherwise you can straight away answer the question. Come on, I am waiting for your answer. Let me see how you respond. Come on. Today's examination is on time and distance only. If there is quantitative, today if arithmetic examination is there, it is on time and distance. Okay. Student, I am not getting answer, man. Very good. Come on, go ahead. Excellent. Very good student. Yeah, very good. Good. Therefore, once again you are asked to find the time. Time is given by the formula distance by relative speed. Actually speed, but relative speed because both the objects are moving. What is the distance? One is 200 meters, another train is 100 meters. Anyway, total length is 300 meters. What is the relative speed? This is 25 km per hour. This is 7 km per hour. Therefore, 18 km per hour. 25 minus 7. Why minus? Because both are moving in same direction. Okay. This you must convert into meter per second. Therefore, 300 by 5, 60 seconds or 1 minute. Therefore, your answer must be third option. Student, are you getting it right? I hope yes, you are getting it right. I could see from your response that you are doing extremely well. Very good, very good, very good. I need to get the response from as many people as possible. Please respond, because your response will help me to understand whether we are going in the right direction or not. Okay, now please go ahead. We move on to next question. Two trains, each 120 meter in length, run in opposite direction with a velocity of 40 meter per second and 20 meter per second respectively. How long will it take for the tail ends of the two trains to meet each other during the course of the total journey? You understand what is this question, my dear students? What is this question? Both the trains are moving in opposite direction. You see, once they meet, in what time they cross each other? Meeting of tail end means crossing each other. You understand that? Once they meet, in what time the tail ends meet means they cross each other. So what you are asked to find? Time. What is the formula for time? Distance by relative speed. First of all, you must understand that opposite direction. Two trains are moving in opposite directions. Come on, student. What is the distance? 240 meter. Why 240 meter? Why 240 meters? Respond. Student, please respond. Why 240 meters? Why 240 meters? Respond. I need to get your answer. Why 240 meters? Why 240 meters? That is my question. No answer from your side so far. Tell me why 240 meters? My question is why 240 meters? You respond. I am not asking your answer. I am asking you why 240 meters. That's right. Two trains. It is because two trains. Two trains 120 meter each means total distance is 240 meters. Come on. And what is the relative speed? One is 40 meter per second, 20 meter per second. So we have to add, because both the trains are moving in opposite direction. This is in meters, this is in meter per second. No conversion is required. Distance is in meters, speed is already meter per second. Therefore, your answer is 4 seconds. I think now you are able to understand, my dear students. Okay. Now this is the time that we can go ahead. Let us see some more questions. Here we go. Please read the question. Just I slowly want to make you to do the questions, because I should not do. You have to answer. Read the question seriously. Read the question seriously. Let us see how we are answering this question. Come on, man. Come on. Did you read the question? Tell me. A train 125 meter long traveling at 40 kilometer per hour overtakes another train traveling in the same direction at 22 kilometer per hour. Same direction you must underline. You must underline same direction. When you are dealing relative speed questions, what is important is, so these are the important part. Student, when you are feeling a little confusing, better we go for a diagram. Okay? Tell me. A train 125 meter long. This is the train. Length of the train is 125 meter and running at 20 kilometer per hour. Another train. This is another train. We don't know what is the length of the train. Therefore, length of the train, let it be L. L or X, whatever it is, be comfortable. It is moving at the speed of 22 kilometer per hour. Remember, both the trains are moving in same direction. What is the question? What is the length of the second train? Distance is given by the formula relative speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. Speed, we should consider relative speed, because it is not one single object but two objects moving. So, when there are two objects, obviously we have to take relative speed. I think you understand this. Okay. Now, please listen. What is the distance? 125 plus L. 125 plus L. This is the total distance to cross. 125 is the length of the first line, L is the length of the second line. Tell me, 40 minus 20 to 18. Why minus? Because both are moving in same direction. When they are moving in same direction, you have to subtract the speeds. Come on. 18 should be multiplied by 5 by 18 because meter per second. In what time they cross each other? In 80 seconds. Cancel. So, 125 plus L is equal to 5 into 80, 400. So, length of another train is 275 meters. Length of another train is 275 meters. Okay? I think we are getting it right. Now, this is something that you have to answer now. Come on student, are you ready? Is the question is okay for you? Now, yes, this question is for you. Come on student, please answer this question. Quick! Please answer my question. Somebody raise some doubt, I will explain you. How 80 seconds is given now, man? 80 seconds time is already given, no? That is the time I have taken straight away. No problem. Somebody raises some questions, I will explain them. No problem. We did plus, but this question, why we multiplied? No, there is no multiplication, student. Only speed. I will explain you. Okay, student, I will explain you. Please wait. I understand that. Please answer. Please look at this question. A train 150 meter long. A train 150 meter long takes 10 seconds to pass over another train 100 meter long coming from opposite direction. You please underline opposite direction. Please underline opposite direction. This is the train whose length is 150 meters, okay, and takes 10 seconds to pass over another train 100 meters. This passovers another train 100 meters. This is 100 meters. What is the speed of the first train? It is 30 kilometer per hour. What you are asked to find? What is the speed of the second train? Second train speed we are not given, let it be x. Remember student, both are moving in opposite direction. Let me see if anybody responded. Okay, no problem. Here we go. Come on student, what you are asked to find? Speed of the train. So, you need speed, which means relative speed. Student, did you understand? If in the question you are asked to find speed, I am taking the formula for speed. If asked for time, I am taking the formula for time. So, it depends on the question. But speed we should not take, we should take relative speed. When two objects are moving, we must take relative speed. Okay student? Now, relative speed 30 plus Ex. Student, my question to you, what is the significance of taking 30 plus X, you know? Because 30 plus X, it is because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. 30 plus X. 30 is the speed of first train, X is the speed of the second train, because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. 30 plus X. What is the distance? 150 plus 100, 250. In what time they cross each other? They cross each other in 10 seconds. Okay, student? Remember, this is kilometer per hour, but this is meter per second. We should multiply the same by kilometer per hour. Why 18 by 5? Kilometer per hour, because it is in meter per second. Tell me. So, 30 plus x is equal to 90. Hence, speed of second train is equal to 90 minus 30, 60. Therefore, your answer must be 60. I think you understand, my dear students. If you are making any mistake, probably maybe there are one important point. I believe that did you multiply it by 18 by 5? Because this is in kilometer per hour, but this is in meter per second. We have to maintain one speed, because you see answers are given in kilometer per hour. Therefore, meter per second should be multiplied by 18 by 5. If anybody is giving different answer, maybe they did not do the conversion. Did you understand, my dear students, what is the mistake you are committing? This is very, very important. No problem. You please note down. Let me explain this question once again. I think you will be able to do no without any confusion. Yes, I can bet you. You can do it, no problem. Student, shall we discuss one more question? Here we go. Come on, student. Let me make some changes in the question and see how we are responding. In place of 10, you take 5 seconds. Okay, student. In place of 30, you take 40 seconds and answer the same question again. What are you waiting? Come on, go ahead. Come on, student, please go ahead. You tell me what is your answer. If these two changes are made, then how you will be answering this question? Come on, respond. Yes, student. Then how do you answer this question? A train 150 meter long, this is the train. Diagrammatic expression will help you to understand the question. 150 meter long, takes 5 seconds to pass over another train 100 meter long coming from the opposite direction. This is another train, the length is 100 meters, okay. Tell me, student, the speed of the first train is 40 kilometer per hour, and of course speed of the second train is not given, let it be x. Remember, both the trains are moving in opposite direction. You are asked to find what is the speed of the second train. Come on, student, please respond. Okay. Yeah, very good. Come on. Two different answers. Somebody says 140 kilometer per hour, somebody says 120 kilometer per hour. I could find two different answers. Relative speed should be considered when two objects are moving. Okay, very good. Come on, student. So tell me what you are find the speed of the second train. So we have to use the formula for speed. Speed is given by the formula distance by time. What is relative speed? 40 plus x, because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. You should add. Addition, because objects are moving in opposite direction. What is this total distance? 250 meters. What is the time taken? 5 seconds. Students, tell me what conversion we have to make. This is in meters, this is in seconds, should be converted into kilometer per hour. You understand that? So 5 into 5, 25. 25 cancels for 10 times. So 40 plus x is equal to 10 into 18, 180. X is equal to 140 kilometer per hour. I am repeatedly telling you, my dear students, aptitude is not that easy every time. You have to do so many changes before you understand the question. A lot of practice is required. I think now we are going in the right direction, my dear students. Yeah, any comment, anything I have to tell you again? I feel that everything is fine. I hope everything is fine. Come on, student, we go ahead with more confidence. Yeah, just look at that. Here we go. Come on, student, please answer my question. Quick, answer my question. Waiting on the board for you. Come on, make it fast, make it fast. Answer my question. If necessary, you can draw a diagram for clarity, actually not required. Not everybody is responding, students. Are you not doing? Are you just listening my class? Don't listen my class. This is not history or economics. This is aptitude. We have to work together. Just listening class will not give you any benefit. You understand that? Come on, you have to work it out. You must tell me. A train 240 meter long. A train 240 meter long. Takes 24 seconds to cross a man running at 10 km per hour in the same direction. Here we go. What is this? This is the train 240 meter long. And this is the man. Man is crossing at the speed of 10 km per hour. Speed of the train is not given, let it be x. Remember, both are moving in same direction. Come on, what you are waiting? Come on, go ahead. I need to get the response, quick. You can't be lazy, my dear students. I am giving a break so that you will be able to answer my question quickly. Yes, make it fast. Everybody should respond. Okay, come on, make it fast, make it fast. Very good, very good. Response is it should be interactive, it should be something like a class. This is not history or economics, just listening my class is not advisable. Come on, yes. Yeah. So student, speed you are required to find. Relative speed is given by the formula distance by time. Because both are moving in same direction, x minus 10. Minus because both the objects are moving in same direction. Distance means length of the train. In what time? 24 seconds. Distance meters seconds, but we need to convert the same into kilometer per hour. Therefore, x minus 10 is equal to 36. X is equal to 46 kilometer per hour. Why minus, my dear students? What is the significance of minus? Minus because both the objects are moving in same direction. Why you are getting 26, man? Why you are taking 26? Maybe if somebody is taking 26, they might have taken x plus 10. But is it x plus 10 or x minus 10? X minus 10 because both the objects are moving in same direction. When both the objects are moving in same direction, we have to take x minus 10. Did you take 10 minus x? X minus 10. Train speed is more, man speed is less because train is crossing the man in the same direction. I hope you understand, my dear students. Okay? Are we getting it right? Okay, no problem. Now please look at this. Here we go. I want to make some changes. Let us see how you are doing this. Come on. In place of same direction, you please consider opposite direction and respond to the same question. What you are waiting? Come on, make it fast. Come on. I want to know your answer. RS means relative speed. RS means relative speed. When two objects are moving, we should consider relative speed in place of speed. Student, what is the formula for speed? Speed formula is distance by time. But because the two objects are moving, we have to consider relative speed. What is relative speed? Relative speed is comparative speed when two objects are moving. When two objects are moving in same direction, minus, opposite direction, plus. Okay? Come on student, I did not get your answer. Okay. No, yes, it is fine, it is good, I appreciate, okay. Right student, now it is good, because here the relative speed is x plus 10, y plus, because opposite direction. Distance 240, what is the time? 24 into 18 by 5, you don't forget to multiply. Therefore, x plus 10 is equal to 36, x is equal to 26. The significance of taking x plus 10 because both the objects are moving in opposite direction. But in the earlier question, x minus 10 because two objects are moving in the same direction. Okay, student? I think now we are going well. I hope that we are going strong. Everything is fine, I think. Everything is under control. But still, if you find any difficulty, I will explain, no problem. Come on, student, here we go. A thief steals a car at 1:30 p.m. A thief steals a car at 1:30 p.m. and drives it at 40 km per hour. This is the application of relative speed. When the theft was happened, 1:30 p.m. When the theft was discovered at 2 p.m. Theft was happened at 1:30 p.m. It was discovered at 2 p.m. So, when the owner discovers that theft was happened, then he was running after the thief. When the owner running after the thief, after 30 minutes of the theft. You understand that? So, when the owner sets off, the thief must have run for about 20 kilometers. This is thief, this is owner. My question to you, how did I get 20? Can you explain me? How did I get 20? Can you explain me? Come on, if anybody can explain, please tell me. How did I get the 20? How did I get the 20? Please explain me, my dear students. Should I tell you why? Should I tell you how? Let me tell you. When it was happened, 1:30 p.m. When the theft was happened, 1:30 p.m. When it was discovered, 2 p.m. After how many hours? Half an hour. Thief is running at what speed? 40 km per hour. Thief is running at 40 km per hour, which means within half an hour, how many kilometers he can run? 20 kilometers away from the spot. Because 1 hour 40 kilometers, half an hour 20 kilometers. Therefore, yes. Tell me, thief is running at 50 km per hour. Owner sets off at 50 km per hour. Now, my question to you, can owner catches the thief? My dear students, can owner catches the thief? Absolutely, he can catch the thief. It is because he is moving at a greater speed. In what time he catches the thief? Time formula, distance by speed. But is it speed or relative speed? It is relative speed. Why it is relative speed, because thief is running, owner is also running. Therefore, relative speed. What is the distance between owner and thief right now? 20 kilometers. Thief is 20 kilometers away from the owner right now. What is the relative speed? 50 minus 40, 10. No conversion. This is kilometer per hour. No conversion is required. In 2 hours, the chase will be completed. Owner sits at what time? Owner started at 2 p.m. In how many hours he is going to catch? In 2 hours. Therefore, what is your answer? He will catch the thief at 4 p.m. He will able to catch the thief at 4 p.m. Student, I think we discussed this question once again with the different values. Please note down the question. Note down the question first. Note down the question. Let me explain this question again with the different values. Come on student, let me give you one more example. So, if I give you one more question, maybe you will be able to answer this question with more clarity. Come on, here we go. Student, so I just make some changes. Let us see how you are responding to that. Yeah. In place of 40, you please consider 30 and answer the question once again. In place of 40, you take 30 and answer the question once again. A thief steals a car at 1:30 p.m. and drives it at 30 km per hour. Come on student. Let us see how you are answering that question. Come on, tell me how you can answer. Come on, go ahead. Yeah, I am giving one more example, my dear students. I understand that you are not getting it right, no problem. Therefore, I am giving you one more example. Come on, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Let me see how you are responding. Very good response from some students. But not many students. Why students? Why you are not responding? Why are simply sitting and listening? Is it any cinema? Is it any history class? No, no, no. We should work together. If we work together, we can learn. If you don't learn now, you may not be able to learn because you have plenty of time now. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Tell me, student. When it was when the thief steals the car 1:30 p.m. When did he discover at 2 p.m. In how many hours? Half an hour. Within half an hour, he will be 15 kilometers apart from this spot because he is moving at 30 km per hour. 30 km per hour, half an hour, 15 kilometers. Here is the thief. Here is the owner. Thief is running at 30 km per hour and an owner sets off in another car at 50 km per hour. Definitely he will be able to catch the thief for sure. At what time? Time is given by the formula distance by relative speed. What is the distance? What is the relative speed? 50 minus 30, 20. That is 3 by 4 hours. That is 45 minutes. 3 by 4 hours. That is 45 minutes. From where? From where? From 2 o'clock. Therefore, he will be able to catch the thief at what time? 2:45 p.m. If I make this much of change, you can get your answer, that is 2:45 p.m. Because owner started chasing at 2 p.m. Therefore, he will be able to catch him. Why student? Why you are not giving correct answers? Why you are not giving correct answers? Did you understand why we get 15? 15 because in half an hour, theft was happened at 1:30, it was discovered at 2 p.m. What is the gap? Half an hour. In half an hour, how many kilometers he can move from this spot? 15 kilometers because he is running 30 kilometers every 1 hour. 1 hour 30, half an hour 15. So, distance by relative speed. Distance is 15, relative speed 50 minus 30, 20. Okay, I think because you are not getting the correct answer, I want to make some changes in the question. Here we go. Come on, here we go. Look at the board and answer my question, quick. Come on students, I am waiting for your answer. I am waiting for your answer. You have to respond. Come on student. You have to respond. A thief steals a car at 1 p.m. A thief steals a car at 1 p.m. and drives it at 40 kilometer per hour. The theft was discovered at 2 p.m. It was happened at 1 p.m. It was discovered at 2 p.m. Come on student, let me see how you are responding. Let me see how you are responding. Okay. Come on. Tell me the answer, my dear students. Please let me know the answer. 4 p.m., 5 p.m., something like that. Come on. Okay, very good. Tell me student, it was actually happened at 1 p.m., discovered at 2 p.m. After 1 hour, owner come to know that his car was went for theft, which means in that particular 1 hour, thief must have moved 40 kilometers away from this spot. At what speed he is moving? Per hour, 40 kilometers. The theft was discovered after 1 hour. In 1 hour, he crossed about 40 kilometers from this spot. Tell me, here is the thief, here is the owner. Thief is moving at 40 kilometer per hour. Owner sets off at the speed of 50 kilometer per hour. Because he sets off at a greater speed, he will be able to catch the thief. Come on, yes. In what time he will catch the thief? Time is given by the formula distance by relative speed. What is the distance? 40. What is the relative speed? 40, 50 minus 40, 10. Within 4 hours, he will be able to catch, because owner starts at 2 p.m. After 4 hours, now you got the point. That's very good. That is the point. Very good. Okay, very well done. Student, did you see that? There are many questions in aptitude. You must be very strong at the basics. If you don't find, if you find the question little confusing, you better draw a diagram. So with a single diagram, you may be able to get the point here. But this is infinite, the topics are too lengthy, man. There are many questions, but you have to connect to my class, we have to work together. You don't think that, sir, I am going little slow, because I have to. If I don't go this much of slow, I may not be able to explain you. Remember, aptitude is a dynamic topic. There are many complicated questions in aptitude. So what I do, you know, first I make you perfect in the basics in the first level, because if I give you everything in the very first beginning, you may not be able to answer. There is a saying in Telugu, you know, what is that? Anna prasana rojuna avakai pettaddu. Isn't it? Do you remember that? You remember that saying? There is a very popular saying in Telugu. Anna prasana rojuna avakai voddu. That is the saying in Telugu. Therefore, I know how to teach. First, let me get the perfect in the basics. Once you are getting it, then you slowly start receiving the topic. Because aptitude is a very, very big topic. It is not that easy, man. Fortunately, has so much of time. Therefore, we are doing all this. Otherwise, how would we find this time once you go to college? Okay, student. Now, with this, we come to an end of our session. So, probably I hope that you are getting it right. But maybe some students seem to be some lazy. Not everybody is answering my question, but everybody should answer the question. Okay, that's very good, student. Now we take a break, and your next class is going to be started soon. Thank you, student.